Hello everyone and welcome again to my How To Education channel. As I promised you on Friday, we will continue with the weekend videos today, and I'll give you my personal experience account on how to choose your university major. After watching this video, don't forget to leave me your feedback. Fortunately for some and unfortunately for many, it is the time of the year again, university applications. For the next upcoming months, high school students all around will be preparing to apply for the next academic phase of their lives. And with that, so many important decisions that need to be taken, as for example, which major to choose. Of course, this is not like a food recipe, which you follow the instructions step by step and magically reach the right result. That is, there is no magic formula to follow in order to choose the appropriate major. But what I can do is to give you my personal experience account on how I chose my university major. And I'm sure that this can help many people. So let's start. First of all, I had to decide if it would be better to pursue my degree abroad or to stay in Lebanon. In my case, I decided to stay here in my home country. You might think that the decision of which country to go is not that important, but you have to consider the fact that sometimes some majors can be available in a certain country and not in another. After deciding that I wanted to stay here, even though I already had one university in mind, which in fact is the only university that I actually applied to, I still searched the website of other 3 universities. The point of these researches was to have a list of the majors offered by each. Since I had absolutely no idea about what I wanted to do, I decided to use these lists and work by elimination. That is, I would cross out the majors that I would never choose for sure, and then deal with what was left. This is the list of majors that were available in University 1, which is the one I actually graduated from. The majors that I crossed out are the ones I surely did not and would never want. The red ones are the ones I could possibly think about. These were education, math, psychology, translation, accounting, banking and finance, management, international business, economics, and hospitality and tourism or family business. I never wanted to apply for University 2, but I thought that I should check the possible majors so as to make a better decision. I used the same logic as before, and new possibilities appeared, such as advertising, public relations, early childhood education, and teaching English as a second language. Using the same logic as before, the new possibility that appeared from University number 3 was the Actuarial Sciences major. Lastly, no new possibilities appeared from University number 4, as they had all been considered before. After eliminating the majors that I surely would never want, I was left to choose between the following: math, actuarial sciences, psychology, translation, international business, economics, accounting or accounting infosystems, banking and finance, management, hospitality and tourism or family business, advertising, public relations, early childhood education, or teaching English as a second language. These majors were then divided into groups. Number 1, the business majors, which were accounting or accounting infosystems, banking and finance, management, international business, economics, hospitality and tourism, or family business. Number 2, math majors, which were math and actuarial sciences. Number 3, education majors, as in early childhood education, and teaching English as a second language. Number 4, advertising and public relations. Number 5, psychology. And number 6, translation. Now, instead of choosing between 30 plus majors, I had to choose between only 15, divided into 6 groups. What I did then was to thoroughly research each major. With that, I removed psychology from the list, since a good knowledge of biology is required, and biology is a subject I don't like. I also removed advertising and public relations, since the university that offered these majors was at a distance that I could not manage at that time. Before having to make the final decision about the major, I started working as a tutor. This made me realize that even though I worked very well in the education area, the education majors tackled full classroom teaching, which is not something I wanted. The reason why I considered translation as a major back then was because in Lebanon, they teach you a lot of languages, and I already spoke Portuguese. Thus, I considered that it would be a nice career path. Nevertheless, when maturing this idea, I felt that I wasn't being true to myself, and that even though the career prospects were really good, this was not what I wanted. At the end of it, I was only left with the business majors and the math majors. The business majors were accounting or accounting infosystems, banking and finance, management, international business, economics, hospitality and tourism, or family business. The math majors were math and actuarial sciences. My first final choice was a math major, as this was one of my favorite subjects at school. The reason why I use the expression first final choice is because I actually applied to it at the beginning of the summer vacation. Nevertheless, during the first year of university, I was still a freshman student, which means a non-major student that was not allowed to declare a major yet and needed to take general courses for a year. One of these courses was the Introduction to Business, and I really fell in love with the subject. Everything made so much sense to me, and it was a pleasure to study it. I didn't even feel that I was studying for an exam. In one of my conversations with this business professor, she told me that business and math walked side by side in most cases, and that I had a very valuable knowledge in math that couldn't go to waste. The solution we found was to choose an emphasis in business that had to do with math, and join both areas together with a major and a minor. Thus, I ended up majoring in business with emphasis in banking and finance and a minor in math. As time passed by, and with the progression of my studies, I saw that I really took the right decision. Of course, this is a subjective account of my experience, and what worked for me might not work for you. Nevertheless, it can still help many people. This is it for this weekend. The weekend videos will be posted about twice a month with the idea of tackling how-to topics that have nothing to do with math, economics, finance, or quantitative business. In most of these videos, I will be talking about my own personal experience, just like I did with this one. You can leave me suggestions of topics that you want me to speak about during weekends on the commentary section. If you have reached the end of this, it is because the content is helpful to you somehow. So please give your friends and acquaintances the opportunity to have access to these videos by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. Note that we will be continuing with the fourth part of math derivatives on Tuesday instead of tomorrow. This week, the videos will be on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you so much.